kindergartners, this is Miss Northrup, and I'm here with some math tips with coins. Everyone has a coin jar at their house, so get it out. Sort your coins. You can sort them by color or find different ways to sort them. You can identify them by their name or the shape, depending on size. You can count them. You can count them by ones with the pennies, fives by the nickels, and tens with the dimes. And then if you get that far and you've done a great job, you could do equal trades with a partner. I have a nickel. I'll trade you for 5 pennies. And go ahead and practice just trading. And you can do lots of fun math things at home.
Hey Creekside friends, it's Miss Everby here. I just wanted to remind all the sweet kindergarten friends to keep practicing their addition and subtraction facts from 0 to 10. A fun way to do this is to take some sidewalk chalk and go outside and practice solving addition and subtraction problems. Also, don't forget to continue practicing counting by ones, fives, and tens all the way to 100. You can look around in your house and find things in there to count, or you can go outside and look for things to count in nature. Have fun with math and know your teachers are so proud of you.
Hey Kindergarten Explorers, it's Miss Pullen here. I just want to remind you to practice your friends at 10. Use a deck of cards. Faces are 0, aces are 1s. Let's play. 7 and 3 is 10. 0 and 10 is 10. 1 and 9 is 10. 10 and 0 is 10. Have fun playing Friends at 10.
Hello, Fairview Hawks. This is Miss Palmer with a shout out to all my kindergarten mathematician friends, reminding you that math is everywhere. I want to challenge you this week to make up some math stories from things around your house. How many chairs are around your kitchen table? How many trees are in your yard? Remember to draw a picture of your math story, and don't forget to write the equation and practice those math facts from 1 to 10, subtraction and addition. Until next time, have fun with math.
Hey friends, it's Mrs. Wheeler from Hunters Bend Elementary School. Now is a great time to practice your counting. You can practice counting by ones as you're getting dressed in the morning and see how long it takes you. You can do jumping jacks and practice counting by fives and tens and see how high you can get. It's a great time to start an estimation jar with your family and guess how many things might be in it. You can count to find out at the end and explain your counting strategy to a grown-up. Right now, I estimate that there are more than 40 Legos on my living room floor, so I'm going to go count to find out. Have fun with math.
Hi, this is Mrs. Smith from Heritage Elementary. Today's kindergarten math tip is to get sticky notes and a piece of paper and make a 10 frame, go on a hike, collect rocks, sticks, acorns, anything you can find, come back to the house and count how many things that you found.
Hi, it's Miss Barber, kindergarten teacher at Hillsborough School. Why not practice your math facts by telling a math story? If Garland jumped 3 times and Margot jumped 2 times, how many times did they jump in all? That would be 3 plus 2 is equal to, do you know the answer?
Hey Jordan Jets, this is Miss Hastings, and I have a shout out to my kindergarten friends. Friends, don't forget to practice counting and writing your numbers to 100. Have you ever played Chutes and Ladders? A fun way to count and practice writing your numbers is to grab some sidewalk chalk, go outside, and make a life-size Chutes and Ladders game. Write your numbers to 100. Don't forget to draw on the slides and the ladders. You can use a dice at home if you have one, or a spinner, or if you don't have one, you can make your own out of an old box. Have fun and be creative.
Hi everyone, I'm Mrs. Sagner. I'm the math coach at Penrose Elementary here with the kindergarten math tip. Look around your house, see if you can find a 10 frame. I found one here in my bathroom. Let's practice some doubles facts. 1 plus 1, 2 plus 2, 3 plus 3, 4 plus 4, 5 plus 5. Have fun!
Hey kindergarten, it's Miss Ray here with a math moment for you. I'm into a whole bunch. There's math all around you. Can you make up a word problem about something in your house? For example, I have 5 puzzles at my house and I finished one. How many are left unfinished? I can solve my problem with addition or subtraction. Can you figure out both ways? When you do your problem, make sure you draw a picture, you write an equation, and you write a sentence with your answer. Use your sounds and your sight words to spell the words in your sentence, and do the best you can. When you're done, explain your thinking to someone in your house, and then see if you can solve it another way too.
Miss Bennett here, shouting out to our Longview kindergarten kiddos. I wanted to share a great idea with you on what you could do to practice your math facts. We've been working on adding and subtracting between 0 and 10, and it's such a gorgeous day outside. Grab you some chalk, get outside, practice those math facts, and maybe even make it a game and race Mom and Dad.
Hey Mill Creek Chargers, it's Miss Montague here. My kindergarten friends, don't forget to keep working on your addition and subtraction skills. Try an addition and subtraction hunt. Whether it's around the house, you can put Post-its around the room and try to answer the problems you find, or if it's outside, put them in little eggs, put them around trees, see if you can find all of them and answer them on the spot. Have fun!
I know that you are all practicing those flashcards at home and working on addition and subtraction fluency. So we have a little math tip today to help you with that addition and subtraction fluency. All right, you ready? Okay, here we go. I'm gonna pull 2 cards, and then Addie is gonna pull 2 cards also. Whoever has the greater sum is gonna get to keep the cards. So I have a 7 and a 2. In kindergarten, we're working on counting on. So I would point to the greater number, which is 7, and then I would count on 7, 8, 9. My sum is 9.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18.
So 18 is greater than 9, so she gets to keep the cards. And then we're gonna keep going.
Hey Lipscomb friends, Mrs. Behringer here, encouraging you to get outside and practice your math. You can do math facts with chalk. You can find items in nature to count by 10s and 1s. And on those rainy days, you can even group items that you find in the home to count by 10. Don't forget, practice counting and your math facts.
Hey Panthers, it's Miss Shaw. Kindergartners, I want you to continue working on counting by 1s, 5s, and 10s. Each day, ask an adult for a handful of coins, and use the pennies to count by 1s, the nickels to count by 5s, and the dimes to count by 10s. At the end of the week, you can see what you had total for the entire week. Happy counting!
Hi Scales kindergartners, it's Miss Gifford here. My family and I have been playing a lot of games together, and I think maybe you and your family have too. I got to thinking, there's a lot of math I can do with these games as well. I can sort by color or shape, I can count by 5s and 10s, and then I found some counters in another game and some dice. I can solve some math problems. 6 plus 4 is 10. I hope you enjoy these math tips. Have a great day.
Hey Sunset, it's your kindergarten math tip for today. Don't forget to study those math facts, and don't forget to write your numbers as high as you can go. And important, keep on counting by 1s, 5s, and 10s to 100.
Hey kindergartners, it's Mrs. Carlson from Trinity Elementary. I hope that while you're at home, you're practicing your addition and subtraction math facts, reviewing your partners of 10, and looking for 2D shapes everywhere you go. Don't forget about our friend Mr. Jack Hartman on YouTube, who makes learning fun and helps our brains grow.
Hey Thompson Station, it's Miss Jackson, and I've got a little kindergarten challenge for you guys this week. We know that math is so much fun, and it is everywhere you go. So on this screen are some ideas. Anytime you are at home or even on a walk or wherever you may be, look for math. Okay, count the objects that you see. We have a lot of pillows and stuffed animals at our house, so we can use those to make math equations. So many options. Maybe you see shapes everywhere you go. Maybe you can find some markers that are shaped like a cylinder or boxes that are shaped like a rectangular prism. Look for math everywhere you go this week. Email your teacher and let her know what you find.
Hello kindergarten friends, this is Ms. Pena from Bethesda Elementary. I wanted to give you a quick idea on how to practice your subtraction. You're going to have to make flashcards with the numbers 0 through 10. You're going to put your flashcards on the table, on the floor, anywhere you're at, and you're going to subtract 2 numbers. Remember, when you subtract, the greatest number goes first. So here we go. You have 0 and 9. 9 is greater, so 9 will go first. 9 minus 0 is 9. Good job. Next one, here we go. 10 and 8. 10 is greater, so 10 take away 8 is 2. Good job.
Hi kindergartners, this is Mrs. Howell from Clovercroft, and I just wanted to remind you to keep working on your addition facts at home. You could use something like a domino to come up with your 2 numbers. You could roll 2 dice. You could choose 2 playing cards, or you could even spin a spinner from your board game. As you practice your facts, remember that we want you to be fluent, which means we want you to be right, and we want you to be fast. And keep in mind, there's no guessing in math, so if you don't know that this is 9 when you look at it, count those dots to make sure you're right. Have fun with math.
Hi kindergartners, it's Miss Polk from Allendale Elementary reminding you to practice your addition facts while you're at home. And here to help me remind you is my friend Bingo. Take it away, Bingo.
1 plus 1 is 2. 2 plus 2 is 4. 3 plus 3 is 6.
Good job, Bingo.
1 more.
Okay.
4 plus 4 is 8. 5 plus 5
All right,
is 10.
they get it. Thank you, Bingo. Bye.
Hey everyone, it's Miss Dundon here from Crockett with a fun tip for subtraction practice at home. So, to play subtraction bowling, I want you to start by gathering 10 objects, such as toilet paper rolls, and then you'll need a ball to roll to see how many you can knock down. Now don't forget to write the equation, and I hope you guys are finding lots of fun ways to practice your math facts at home. Keep up the good work.
Hi, I'm Miss Smith and I'm a kindergarten teacher at Chapman Retreat, and this is my son Levi, and he's going to be my partner today while I teach you an addition partner game for kindergarten. This is the addition Yahtzee page. It is part of the kindergarten packet. So we're going to play, and this is kind of like an addition version of the board game Yahtzee. So we're each going to take a turn. We get 2 dice, and we're going to try and make each one of these numbers on the paper. All right, so Levi, you can start. We'll first dice. All right, what number did you get?
I got 5 and 4.
Okay, so what number can you make? 9. All right, so he's going to write the number sentence next to 9 on his paper. So you can write 5 plus 4 or 4 plus 5. We're using markers so you can see the numbers better, but you can use pencils, whatever you want to use. And we're going to keep going until we filled in every number, and whichever partner fills in every number first wins.
Hey, it's Mrs. Hurd with your GES Kindergarten Math Tip of the Week. Math at Home Scavenger Hunt. Have your kids find 2 pencils and 1 blue crayon. Turn it into a number sentence. How many do you have altogether? Find 5 blocks and 2 pennies. How many do you have? Take away 3. How many are left? Don't forget to count by 1s, 5s, and 10s to 100. See you, kindergarten.
Hi, College Grove. It's Miss Maury, and I'm here for my kindergartners to give you a little math tip. You can be practicing so many things while you are playing. There are patterns and shapes all around you, but don't forget about practicing our friends of 10 that we learned. You can also be adding and subtracting. We have learned numbers 1 all the way through 20, so you can be practicing writing those, building those, and also adding and subtracting different objects that you find around your house or outside. You can also get out some sidewalk chalk and practice with that. Maybe build a giant 10 frame with that sidewalk chalk if you would like. We are so proud of the learning that you're doing at home, and we can't wait to be back together.
I'm Mrs. Vining, kindergarten teacher at Oakview Elementary. Let's use 10s and 1s to build numbers with items from our own homes. You can use cereal, paper, nuts and bolts, Legos, craft beads, crayons, or iTools from Go Math. For extra fun, print out a hundreds chart and color in the numbers you've built.
Hi everyone, this is Miss Sims from Lipscomb Elementary School. I just wanted to show you something that you guys could be doing at home to practice some of those math skills you learned in kindergarten this year. The first one's ways to make 10. I use 2 different kinds of pasta noodles, but you can use anything that you have at your house. Don't forget to write your equation at the bottom of each one that you do.
Hey guys, it's Miss Oliphant from Westwood Elementary coming to you with a kindergarten math tip. Let's talk about money. Does mom and dad have some change lying around? Or maybe you have a piggy bank. Let's get those coins out so we can practice our identification or counting by 1s with pennies. Why not try some skip counting with 5s and 10s? Nickels, dimes. Don't forget, there's also some really great videos on Brain Pop Jr. about coins.
Hey Winstead kindergartners, this is Mrs. Bradley. I just have a little math tip for you. I know we've all played the game Who Has the Highest Number, where you each turn 1 card over and whoever has the highest number gets to keep the cards. Well, in this game, you're going to turn 2 cards over Add your numbers together and say them out loud. 8,
9.
So whoever has the highest number gets to keep the cards. 12.
5.
Have fun playing.
Hello, Perry Creek Panthers. This is Miss Jewell from 5th grade. I hope you're all doing well, and I want to encourage you to take 20 minutes out of your day, every day, to read a good book. Then I challenge you to share something that you enjoyed in your book with someone you know. It could be a recap of your whole story, maybe you retell it, a summary, or maybe you're sharing your favorite line of personification or point of view. Just something fun that'll interest someone.
Hey everyone, it's Miss Wreath from 5th grade at Bethesda. I hope everyone is doing well, and I hope you're finding time to read some wonderful books with some very interesting characters. Remember, 5th graders, whenever you're analyzing characters, always look at what they say, think, and do. Just remember there's a lot more to a character than just their physical description.
Hey, it's Miss Gare. Shout out to the 5th graders at Clovercroft. Hope you all are doing your 20 minutes of reading a day. Don't forget, if you've read a book and you love it, write a book review. Email it to your friends and your teachers. Miss Fitch and I would love to hear from you. Happy reading. We miss y'all.
Hey guys, this is Miss Lauderdale giving a shout out to my Crockett family and all of my 5th graders. I know we are all on pins and needles waiting for this pandemic to end, but while we're still apart, I have a few challenges for you. Try to find figurative language in the things you read or the things you hear on TV. Or you could also create a how-to writing that details specifically how to make your favorite meal or how to do a dance. Just make sure that you are exercising your body and your brain each day.
Hi everyone, this is Miss Kay from College Grove, and I'm here to share a reading tip with our 5th graders. Remember as you're reading to try to determine the theme. The theme of a story is the lesson about life that the author wants you to understand. Look at the characters' actions and how they respond to challenges in the story to help you determine the theme. Also remember, themes are never story specific. For example, honesty is the best policy. I challenge you as you read a story to try to determine the theme and then try to apply that theme to your daily life or to another story. We miss you and keep on reading.
Hey Cheetahs, 5th graders, this is Mrs. Patterson, and I just wanted to take a moment to remind you about the great reading strategy of summarizing. Remember when you are reading that every so often you should take a moment to ask yourself, what did I just read? To help you remember what you are reading, take time to summarize. Miss Turner and I taught you some really great strategies how to summarize this year. One of my favorites with fiction is this quick word strategy, and it says, somebody wanted, but so then. Who's the main character? What did they want? So, what happened next? Then, how did that story finally resolve? Hope you've enjoyed this tip. Thanks for tuning in. See you later.
Hello, Creekside Otters. This is Mr. Sandy, 5th grade. This week I would like you guys to work on context clues. Don't skip over the unfamiliar words in your text, but dig deep, read the paragraphs they appear in, and see if you can make a game of figuring out the meanings. Until next time, I miss you guys, and I'll see you guys later.
Hello Edmondson 5th graders, Miss C here. My goodness, we miss you. We hope you're doing well and doing lots of reading. Remember, as you read, you can always stop to think and ask yourself, what's the main idea and what's the theme? Remember, main idea is always connected to the text. It is what the book is mainly about, and it's a complete sentence. For example, the United States has made many changes since the outbreak of the coronavirus. Can you think of some supporting details?
Good morning, Edmondson Explorers. Mrs. Bagwell here. You just heard from Miss C about main idea, but remember, theme is different. Theme is a complete sentence that shares a universal truth or a lesson that can be learned in the text. An example of theme would be, it is always best to practice good hygiene. Some questions you might ask yourself after establishing the theme would be, why is good hygiene important? What are some ways that good hygiene keeps you healthy? As you're reading, look for main idea and themes and talk about it with your parents. You can even put it in a Google slide and share it with Missy and I. We'd love to see it.
Hey Fairview Hawks, I hope you're finding a special place and a special time to read every day.
I just want to share with you one thing that you could do after you read is possibly share it with your parents or brother or sister around the dinner table. Also, when you finish reading the book, you could use the summary strategy of somebody wanted but so then. Keep your comments coming to me. Some of you have already shared what you've been reading and what you've been doing. And remember, we're here for you.
Hi, this is Mrs. Sakrapani with your GES Reading Tip of the Week. One of my favorite things to do while I'm reading is make predictions. I like to do that before I start reading, while I'm reading, and even after I'm finished. I like to make a guess as to what I think will happen next. So why don't you try that this week? Enjoy!
Hi, this is Megan Boggs. Mrs. Greider and I want you to know that we look forward to being able to finish Number the Stars with you. We also want to remind you to keep reading. The only way we get better at reading is by reading. Remember, if you come to something you don't understand or don't remember, go back and reread.
Hi Heritage Eagles, Miss Sepulveda here. I hope you are doing lots and lots of reading while you're home right now. One thing you can do is you can take a favorite book you've read before or a new book and rewrite the story from a different character's perspective. We've talked a lot about how that can change the story and we get different information from different characters, so give that a try to spice up your reading a bit.
Hi from Hillsborough School. This is Mrs. Pfeiffer, 5th grade, ELA. I have a reading tip for all you 5th graders out there. Just read. I know it sounds silly, but it works. Also, if you have someone to chat with about your reading, I would suggest discussing your newer developments. Main character, setting, problem, and solution.
Hey Jordan Jets, it's Mrs. Roberts sending a shout out to our 5th graders. We know you've been reading some great books while you're home with your families. Here's a strategy we used in 5th grade. During reading, get out some sticky notes. While reading, try to code the text with evidence from the text. Some of our coding symbols included the plus sign, which represented new ideas or information. The check mark stands for something that you knew about before reading. The light bulb is when you come up with a bright idea for the world. The question mark, you can write down some new vocabulary words or write down things you were wondering during reading. Don't forget the LOL, that way you could share something funny or entertaining that you read in the text. Enjoy those books. Miss you all.
Everyone, it's Lindsay West from Kenrose Elementary School here for a helpful tidbit. Let's say, for example, you're reading a fiction or a nonfiction story and you get to a word you don't know. What should you do? Look for context clues. Now, context clues can come in different ways. 1 being a synonym, 2 being an antonym, 3 a definition, and 4 a restatement. So, be on the lookout, because those can really help you. Happy reading!
Hi, it's Karen Carroll, 5th grade teacher at Lipscomb Elementary with some reading tips. Make sure you're reading every single day. You've got plenty of time now, so find a cozy spot and enjoy it. Remember, good readers think about what they're reading, making connections, inferencing, use context clues, visualize. Think about what the character is thinking, saying, and feeling to help you understand what the author is saying. Remember to use those note and notice skills, and you'll do great.
Hey 5th graders, this is Miss James from Longview Elementary School. I hope everyone is taking this opportunity to spend some quality time with their family and that everybody is staying healthy. I want to share a couple of strategies and tips for you to use as you're reading. The first one is to challenge yourself to read something that you've never read before, like a new genre or a book that you may have decided you didn't want to try to read yet. Try it. You might be surprised. You'll enjoy it. And then the second one, which is my favorite, is visualizing. Create a picture or a movie in your mind as you're reading. Use the details the author gives you. Before you know it, you'll be finished with the book.
Hey Chargers, Mrs. Batuto here from 5th grade. When you read at home, try to read both fiction and nonfiction. Check out the News ELA app on your dashboard. When you're reading, try to think about the author's point of view. You can do that by asking yourself, why did the author write this? Do you agree with the author? Why or why not? And what does the author want you to learn, think, or do after reading? Happy reading!
This is Mrs. Bunt from Nolensville Elementary School. Hi, 5th graders. This week you could start a journal. We are living history right now, and one day this will be in our social studies classes. Your journal just might be a primary source. Put the date every time you write. Include your thoughts and feelings as well as what you are doing and any changes in your life. And always read, read, read.
Hey, happy readers. This is Mrs. Morton, 5th grade teacher at Sunset Elementary School with your weekly reading tip. I want to remind you to make sure you are using your reading comprehension strategies, especially the visualizing strategy. As you're reading, make sure you stop every once in a while and make sure you're trying to make that picture in your mind about what you've read. That will help you make sure you're understanding exactly what's going on in your book.
Hey Tigers, Mrs. Truby with a shout out to our Trinity 5th graders. I hope you're reading while we're apart. Don't forget, if you're starting a new book, you might feel a little like, what's going on? I don't know who these people are. You're in the exposition of the book. All of the things that are being introduced are new to you. Just hang in there. It's worth it. You're going to meet new characters, new plot, find out their backstory. All of that takes a little time. Just stick with it. It's worth it.
Hey Thunder, it's Mrs. Ranney here from Thompson Station Elementary. Here's a way to spice up your vocabulary. Choose a basic word and then see who can come up with the most synonyms. Let's try it. Happy.
Excited.
Overjoyed.
Pumped up.
Elated.
Joyful.
Ooh, you win. I can't wait to hear your expanded vocabulary when I see you again soon.
Hi, Winstead readers. I hope you're doing well. I wanted us to take a few moments and think about the contrast and contradiction signpost. I want you to think about why might the character be acting in a way that you don't expect them to act, and realize that that is a very important part in our understanding of reading.
Hi, this is Miss McCord from Westwood Elementary, and I have some reading tips for 5th graders. I hope you've been reading lots of good books while we've been out of school. I hope that you've been thinking about the theme of the book that you're reading. Remember, the theme is the author's message. You can look at what the characters say and what the characters do and apply that lesson to your own life. Keep reading.
Hi everybody, it's Mrs. Bird from Scales Elementary. Let's talk about context clues. When you're reading and you come across a word you don't know, take a look at the words and phrases around the unfamiliar word. The text probably has some clues that will help you figure out what the new word means, including a synonym, an antonym, an example, or an explanation. Now, pause your video and see if you can figure out the meaning of these new awesome words. And keep reading.
Hey all you fabulous 5th graders, it's Miss Hillis here from Edmondson. Hope you all are well and your families are healthy. Hope you're reading some great books, and while you read, practice some ways you can engage in your reading with a scavenger hunt. Grab some post-it notes to mark your pages or a sheet of paper to write down some page numbers and try to find as many similes, metaphors, onomatopoeias, personifications, and alliterations as you can. Making notes or drawing pictures for your book or how you feel about your book really help you sink into the world that it creates and helps you connect as the reader. Hope to see you all very soon. Don't forget to wash your hands and be kind to one another, explorers.